I do not want to turn this camera on. I am not funny anymore. I am an angry son of a bitch. I keep yelling. I have a whole shtick on how hatefulness and humor are the opposite of each other. I'm trapped in a town with the most humorless loser motherfuckers on the planet. I am now totally unrepentant about hating them because I needed someone to be there for me, and who there was these creepy glow-in-the-dark losers sneaking around in a shame and fear-based way and judging me and then telegraphing that they're doing it and then going, well, I'm a rationalist idiot. I don't know what your problem is. Do you know that rationalism is the primary way in which people are dicks? In other words, we have a consensus, collective, immoral, insane reality. We have confirmational bias based on our version of the denial that says, I'm not mortal. I'm not going to die. I'm a god unto myself. I'm impervious. What's wrong with you? You ought to be ashamed of yourself for being in pain, for being sick, for bleeding, for being poor. Because they've never been sick and they've never been poor, and no one knows what it is to be vulnerable. And the spirit of toxic shame says you ought to be ashamed of yourself for being vulnerable. That's great. I'm not vulnerable. I'm sick as shit. I'm mortal. You don't know you're mortal, and it's a real bummer. The reason why I can't stop doing this is because it turns out that the interweb, I'm looking to see if some person that's creeping me the fuck out is over there. Turns out that the interweb says that when you have a narcissistic mom like me and Don Trump, you don't know the difference between fantasy and reality. Forever I've been saying, but Lord, I don't know the difference between fantasy and reality. This evil illness that I have is real, and unless I save myself, Jesus ain't gonna save shit. Well, I was right. And you know who told me that? Jesus. He said, there's nobody there for you to be a doctor. You need a doctor. Once you don't have a doctor, you have to save yourself. Keep going and be brave. You know what the demonic illusion of God that most everyone in every church and synagogue anywhere believes said? It said, tough shit, you little whiny bitch, shut up. You're making us feel bad about ourselves. We're not sinners, we're awesome. What's your problem? Why don't you become a doctor and pull your head out of your own ass and raise yourself up by your own bootstraps? Because we're self-made men and women. What's your problem? You're just laying a guilt trip on us because you have some kind of a narcissistic character disorder called I'm a nice, smart, creative person and I need a doctor and I need a parent. I need someone to help me. I'm not just looking for reasons to need saving. Once I was trapped in this flesh, I needed saving. Now I'm just done pretending I don't hate God because the thing that everyone calls God is a demonic lie that raped me and said, shut up, you little bitch. I don't care how many scriptures you showed me. It's really simple. God is love, so most of what passes for him is not God because that's not love. And since I still do believe in God, and since I still do believe in Christ as an emissary of the kingdom of heaven, of higher love and of light and joy and sweetness and peace, none of the rest of this bullshit in his name can be him because it's not love. We're done. I'm done being ashamed of myself for hating God. I don't hate God. I hate that lie in his name. I hate a jealous, vindictive asshole who's worried I'll tell everyone that he's a bunch of shit. I don't hate God. I hate people in the book they wrote where they blame their shit on God because they're jealous and vindictive, and then they created a God in their own image. Actually, they saw the reality of God in their own image because they needed to. Because they couldn't see God clearly, because we're a fallen race of beings who threw our lot in with the devil, and we prefer the spirit of toxic shame, ignorance, vulgarity, judgment, and unconscious reactionary bullshit to any sane kind of world. I'm going to have a program on the web, if I make it, and it's going to be called Nice World. And we're going to go around looking for a nice country. I would like to know if there is one nice country in this largely mean-spirited world full of dumb shit countries that have a consensus, collective, insane, immoral reality called we're all rationalist idiots and what the fuck is your problem? You're looking for reasons to need saving when you need a doctor and your mom and dad were medicals of the medical industrial establishment with a medical industrial complex called we're medical industrial whores and malignant narcissists because we made money off of your death and said I'm too important to be your doctor or even your parent. I'm too busy being a very important doctor or professor of bioethics while I know nothing about medicine or ethics, and I let you die in a street corner even though I'm your mom, and I punish you for some illness you have called you know that I suck. In Judaism, you're supposed to be Jewish because your mom's Jewish. The minute my mom looked at me, she was like, this one's broken. Why do I always get a warped one? Throw him back in the sea. Can I get my money back? He's not Jewish. He's not kosher. He's not clean. He's a shunda. He doesn't like me for being malignant narcissist. My mom is Don Trump. Everyone is Don Trump. Everyone is the same malignant idiot. Why don't you love me unconditionally for being a dick to you? Because you're being a dick to me and I'm very sick and I need you to stop judging me. I need you to stop marching up to the truck in this compassionless douche fuck of a culture where people call 911 for a bad mood and become psycho-vigilantes and poke you with a stick. I'm staring at the person that's listening to me do this rant because he's part of why I started this rant, because people are creepy. You know the definition of creepy? It's a verb. It's to creep. It's to sneak around at the periphery of my existence and go, who are you? We got to get you out of here. We're all Christy and glow in the dark and white. We're compassionless and obtuse. We're arrogant about nothing. I've started yelling at people. I'm from a place where at least when people are looking down at me, they do it from a nicer car and they actually did something to be arrogant. Go run the world and buy a Maserati if you're going to be that big of a dick to me, you materialistic morons who are proud of nothing. You're arrogant about nothing. The reason why this place is so mean-spirited and judgmental is because it's the nicest, most beatific place ever. It really is the most beautiful place ever. And for the people that live here, the 50s are still alive. Their kids walk around unattended, and I devolve into a Jewish mother and go, it's 2019. Why are you kids wandering around unattended? Do you realize that there's mass murders in this crazy dystopian nightmare we live in called America? Where it's basically a penal colony where if you show up at the emergency room and say, I can't get care, they call the cops and interrogate you on a gurney. Well, I yell, we don't have a healthcare system. We have a health profit system. It's doing what it was designed to do. It bought my dad a Mercedes. Got him $500,000 a year. He hit a lot of tail at Monty's Steakhouse. It was great for him. It just sucks for anyone that's sick and needs a doctor. Or a dad. Or a mom. Or anyone to not gawk at them in this loser bullshit town. Fuck you, go to hell. Yeah, go to hell, fuck you. I'm done yelling there's kids around. I don't want to swear near kids. Maybe just go away. Watch me not swear while you go away. It's a stupid, evil country. I'm tired of pointing it out. All these people attack me for is for noticing. I sit here bleeding and grumbling, and I notice that they're mean, and they hate on me and call the cops. It's really a bummer. Duh! I don't know if he went away. I'm just going to push the button. Later.